This is the Nikon D200. Or actually, it's my Nikon D200. It's my old buddy, the Nikon D200. I've had this camera for 19 years, close to 20 years, which is insane in my mind. Because I just spent a week with it where I just used this camera as my only camera. Shooting private moments, just walking around. And it's insane that it's 20 years old because it still feels very current. Even editing the files, it's pretty good still. Obviously, when you hit ISO 800, there's noise and there's a lot of it, but it's still sort of pleasant noise. But you can't really go above 800, and that sort of means that I can't use this for my theater works and stuff like that. So, but we go way back, me and the D200. Like I said, this is the one camera that I've ever owned that I feel the most connected to, or the most that I have some sort of connection to in a way. And I know this because I lost it and I got it back. It's a long story I don't want to bore you with, but I got it back, and I know how this feeling of losing something precious to you. I didn't know that before. I thought like the Nikon D200 would be my sort of the legacy camera for me, but that camera, I dropped it on the floor and the body cracked and sort of felt nothing in a way. But this camera, when I lost it, was heartbreaking. And it's weird because it was never really my main camera professionally. It was never my main camera professionally at all. I bought this early on in my when I was doing education as a photojournalist, and even before I finished this education I had already bought a D700. So I finished school having the D700 as my main camera and this one as my backup sort of secondary camera. And it wasn't even a year into professional practice when I bought a D3S, leaving this camera for just personal stuff. But I've definitely used this camera a lot personally. It has been with me on most continents in the world. For my first photojournalistic trip abroad to Moldova, Chisinau and Transnistria, this was the best camera I had. And I think maybe this is sort of why I have this connection to it. This is the camera that I had when I evolved the most in my photography. It was also the first, the biggest leap towards becoming a Nikon F100 digitally. Not because this is the most F100, but it was the biggest leap towards that. The camera before that I also owned, the D100, was always like a plastic body and didn't really live up to the name in any way. But this was almost there. And so this feeling of I think this was the first time I had a camera that felt like I wanted to use it. And that's maybe why. So when I picked this camera up today, it's so many things about it that still feels current. Obviously the autofocus system is slow. It's not actually slow, it's just... What's that? Oh, the cops are coming.